They're so close. Why are they so close? I'm scared, you guys. I gotta get out of here. Alright, hey guys, it's Asia. I'm at the park right now. I've got to prepare for a meeting. I haven't done my devotion yet and it is almost 4 o'clock. That's not good. So I'm just coming out here to the park to kind of reset for the day. Just do my devotion, spend that time with God. Like it's kind of a stressful morning mentally, trying to figure some things out. Whatever stress I do have, I just want to give it to God and like brain dump, feelings dump, journal and whatnot, tell him about it and then get his feedback on it. So yeah, I'm at the park right now. It is 75 degrees in my part of Minnesota, which is kind of odd because we just had like a blizzard like a week and a half ago. So yeah, that's Minnesota for you. Like I need to get outside, enjoy this weather. I think it's gonna be nice for the rest of the week. Let's get started. The light is over here, you guys, so there are some people that are kind of sitting in where the light would have been perfect, but that's okay. I hopefully can catch some of the sun from the other side, but it's so nice. There is so much goose poop on the concretes over here. Just chilling. They're definitely like, yo, whoa, why are you guys back? You're supposed to be in the house, leaving me alone because of the snow. But we're back. Joke's on you. And they're big. Oh, they're everywhere. The geese are very close and I'm not used to this, so I might have to dip. Whoa, there's a fly. They're so close. Why are they so close? I'm scared, you guys. I gotta get out of here. Okay, so now that I'm in safety, kind of, I want to sit in those chairs right over there. But the geese are like right in front. And these don't seem to be shy geese. We've got some people sitting over here where the geese are as well. But I'm not that confident, you know? So I don't know what to do. They're living their best lives. They're probably not worried about me, but I'm worried about them. No, I'm worried about me. I've got to find another spot, and that's okay because there's plenty of other spots over here. That wasn't gonna be it for me. I don't know why or when these geese got so personable, but they were slowly creeping up on me and I thought they would have dipped. That's okay. I'm gonna find another spot. That was slightly traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie. I was standing there so long because I was afraid to move.
One hour later.
Alright, you guys, so I've got my laptop here on my lap. I'm gonna move it out of the way. The Lord really got my whole life together in this devotion. First of all, I've been dissing this devotion and saying like, oh, I need to get a new one. This one doesn't seem to be like robust enough for me or like not rigorous enough, and I still might look into getting another devotion. In this season, God just really wanted me to be with him and to be obedient to what he was saying, as crazy as it might sound. And so I've been trying to do that to the best of my ability, and, you know, that requires a lot of faith, you know, in order to do that. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the time that I've spent with him, I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about him. My faith has been made stronger in so many ways. Things like in my life, in relationships that I didn't think would happen anytime soon have happened. So God is just like, he has a plan, and when you just submit to that plan, he can really blow your mind. So even talking right now, I'm like, Asia, you like, then why were you worried? So this season has been one of trusting God, right? and trying to be obedient to what he's called me to do. There's things that he has told me to do and things that he's told me not to do. And so trying to stay obedient to those things even when I don't really know what's going on or how things are going to turn out, right? The last couple of weeks has been a season where God has been really doing things, and the devil has definitely been trying to resist those things happening. Or I start to wonder, like, okay, Lord, what is about to happen? Like, what's going on, you know? And I'm trying to secure as much as I can in my own being just to come to the end point or a point of resolution of like, oh, like there's nothing that I can really do about this specific thing. I have been waking up with like anxiety. I'm just worrying. In the past, I haven't prayed as fervently as I've been able to now, and I know that moving forward, I'm gonna be able to like pray even harder going forward, you know, like I can tell that, you know, like when you know that you've come certain ways and you're like, yeah, I know I'm not where I used to be, but I'm definitely not where I want to be. That like when it comes to worrying and praying, I have strengthened my ability to pray rather than worry, right? So this morning I woke up, you know, on a mission, trying to confirm some things, trying to fight for some security in a way for me. And it was just, I prayed this morning, but then I still woke up and was like, okay, but what can I do about this? And that's just, it's kind of backwards. We can do what God is telling us to do, but it doesn't make any sense to pray and then go out and try to make it happen, you know, yourself, you know, when it's not God's plan for it to happen that way. I hope this makes sense. It might not, so I'm so sorry. But again, it was just an instance where God was like, this is what I need you to do, despite of how things are looking around you. So I just need to focus on what he's told me to do and not get distracted with how things are looking around, right? I haven't, you know, really been like spending the consistent time with him that I know that I should. And I got here and the Lord, like, it was just like, even though, you know, I've made some strides, and in other areas I may not have done exactly what I was supposed to do, he still showed up and gave me an answer. I have a couple days in this devotion that I skipped over because I started them or I did them, but then it like journaled in like on my laptop like I did just now instead. So I came to this day specifically because I'm like, okay, this is the next day that I need to do. And on this day, on the same day where like I'm having conversations with Gabe, I'm looking, and then I just, you know, come to a place of like, I just have to trust God. And so I come here and I do my devotion, and my devotion is telling me the same thing. The title of the devotion for today was Get a Good Grip. And it said, to be your very best and not get thrown off balance or knocked down, you've got to keep a firm and steadfast hold on the promises God has for you. His word is truth and provides a solid foundation for all that you do. So hold strong, cling to his truths, and get ready for making an impact for God's kingdom like never before. I highlighted this whole last part about holding on, being steadfast, trust his word, and he'll provide a solid foundation, and get ready for making an impact for God's kingdom like never before. That alone should have sent me shouting, but it hadn't yet, because you know, it takes some time to, you know, hear. You might be like reading or listening, you know, to what he's saying, but it might take a minute for it to really resonate. So then I went on to read the scriptures, and the scriptures were all from Psalms. And the one that really hit me, they're all, you know, talking about trusting and believing and to not doubt God, because, you know, that's really doubting God's integrity and what he said that he will do. In verse 4, it says, remember me, Lord, when you show favor to your people. Come to my aid when you save them, that I may enjoy the prosperity of your chosen ones, that I may share in your joy of your nation and join your inheritance in giving praise. So I have the Life Application Bible, and it gives like a little summary or how this is applied in life down at the bottom. It said, the more we think about what God has done, the more we can appreciate the miracles he has done for each of us. In birth, physical growth, salvation, specific guidance, healing, loving friends and family, and so much more. God still performs great miracles, both for the church and for you personally. Allow me to partake in the prosperity of your children. So the verses that I read were reminding me that one, there will be a wilderness. Two, that I can trust God in seeing me through that wilderness. Three, I'm a part of a promise. I'm a part of a prosperity, like a part of a plan that God has for me. And all throughout his word, he's always talking about, trust me, I have a plan. Asia, you can trust him. You know, Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Like, what more can we ask for? Like, we just forget so often the plans that God has for us, the promises that he's made for us, even in the wilderness when things feel like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of this, I need to figure out something else. He's like, I'm not harming you. You know, there are lessons that you're going to learn from this. There's growth that you're going to take from this, and that's not harm. You know, and on the grand scheme of things, you know, it's a blessing to be able to learn those lessons. And in this season, I have not been harmed. In this season, I have been able to grow and to learn, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I just thank God, and I have to remember not to take things into my own hands and to continue to trust him. But every time I seek God, every time I lay it down, he has shown up. You know, he has shown up and said that you can trust me, and I'm about to trust him. I'm literally going to trust him. I'm going to do my part, and that is to be obedient to what he's saying. It says in verse 8, in Psalms 106 verse 8, yet he saved them for his name's sake, to make his mighty power known. Like, I am not doing any of this for any other reason. God is not using me for any other reason but for his glory. At the end of the day, God just wants us. He wants us to be reconciled back to him, to be in relationship with him, to love him. You know what I mean? He wants to use us to further his kingdom, to advance his kingdom, so that will happen. So, you know, at the end of the day, it would be great to be able to make money and to live a nice life and all of this, but I know at the end of the day, God is really doing this for his glory, and that's what I choose to be used for. I can't get sidetracked by trying to secure everything else around me when he's already got it covered. It's just it. Like, you know, I think this whole year I've just been like, God, just use me. Like, just use me. You know, whatever plans I have for my life, you know, 2020 has clearly showed us plans are minuscule in the light of what God is going to do. I just am so, I don't know, I'm just like, man, I am just praying that I stay faithful and that I stay obedient. I don't find myself outside of the will of God, outside of what he has called me to do, you know, because at the end of the day, my mission on this earth is to make him known. And however he chooses to use me to do that is what I'm just going to have to be okay with. So I think I'm going to head home. I've got some notes to look over once I get home. I don't know, I just wanted to share with you guys where I was, even on this very day. Not everything was perfect, but my God is perfect, which means I can trust him. And then I have to remember, I have to fight my flesh. I have to fight doubt. I have to fight fear. I have to fight comparison. I have to fight so many things. So I'd rather just trust him, and that's it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, coming along with me during this short little vlog of me doing my devotion. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell notification so you'll know when I post next. I just hope we can spend this time together. If you're trying to figure out what it means to live your life out with God, just understand what it means to be a follower of Christ, or what it means to acknowledge God in your life, just subscribe, you know. even if you don't think that's what you're here for, if you're interested in other stuff, because, you know, I obviously do other things in my life, then subscribe as well. Share it with other people too. That would be great. So I'm going to close it out here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you turn on the post notifications, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.